What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Amp Dog with another episode of Politickin. Want to thank everybody for tuning in, showing your love, and make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Big Amp Dog said, "What's the deal?" And today we got a story coming out of California, ending in Denver. Anyway, a man has been accused of sexually assaulting one of his seatmates on a flight from California to Denver. Right now, for some odd reason, which is very odd to me, the actual airline is not being disclosed at this point in time. I don't know why, but I guess it could happen to any one of them, you know. But yeah. So they say this incident happened October 25th from a flight from California to Colorado. 26-year-old Robert Earl Glasper III was arrested after being accused of repeatedly touching a fellow passenger before exposing himself and masturbating mid-flight. Yeah, he started masturbating next to his seatmate. I didn't know that that's what they called it. I just thought that's the person that's sitting next to you. But yeah, that makes sense. Um, Not that don't make sense what he did, but seatmate. Um, so the victim alleged in a statement um, by Insider, he said Glasper appeared to be under the influence when he boarded the plane. The victim and Glasper were seated next to each other in the middle seat and window seat, respectively, while a female passenger sat in the outside seat. So that means yeah, he's a sick individual. Before the flight began, the victim alleged in a statement that they noticed Glasper was sitting on his seatbelt when the victim stood up to retrieve their seatbelt and allowed Glasper to reach his own. Glasper allegedly grabbed the victim's buttocks and squeezed it. This motherfucker crazy. Uh, The complaint also alleges that Glasper repeatedly put his hand on the victim's left leg and attempted to hold his hand as the flight continued. The complaint alleged that Glasper also repeatedly asked the victim to jerk him off. Wow, this is Glasper. Is Glasper a woman? Robert. I don't know. LBGTQT. Elemental P. We got some explaining to do. Y'all gotta get out in front of this. This is not looking good. I'm just saying, you know, if we gonna be canceling people, holding people accountable, we gotta hold shit like this accountable. You know what I mean? This ain't right. This is an attack on, presumably a heterosexual male. Um, I don't know. Let's finish it. Um, At one point, Glasper left his seat and the victim leaned over to the female passenger to share a note via text message. This guy is really handsy and a creep, the message reportedly read. When Glasper returned to his seat, the complaint alleged that he tried to touch the victim's hand and leg again. Then the victim allegedly noticed that Glasper appeared to have an erection. The complaint alleged that Glasper then began masturbating and exposed himself to the victim. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's so maybe this guy's demeanor and his calm nature as far as a guy being able to grab his butt, then put his hand on his lap, and maybe he might be of that LGBTQ community as well, maybe. But at the same time, this is right and wrong is wrong. This man has been violated by this creep, you know. The female passenger and a witness seated across the aisle then flagged down the flight attendant to report the incident. See? So not a lot of people, no matter what you choose to do, sometimes it's just best to just do it in private. You ain't gotta put it all in the videos, all in the concerts, in the movies, in the commercials, you know. And I mean that goes both ways, whether it's heterosexual encounters or homosexual encounters. I think as far as if it's rated R, let it be rated R. But a lot of this stuff, because of social media and the internet, this shit is getting, you know, it's going to be seen by children, and the influence could be, you know, great. So the thing is would it being a possible thing of influence being that large and great of an influence on these children, you know, as far as impressions, because children are impressionable. You know, we just got to keep, like my mom and them used to say, you know, go stay in a child's place. Some shit should just be for adults and some shit should be for children. And we just got to be able to get back to keeping those two distant. You know, we shouldn't bring them together and they should never cross paths. You know, I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. I might be old school, I don't know. When the flight landed in Denver, the complaint states that Glasper told responding officers he was unaware of the allegations and said the interaction was consensual. I wouldn't give a fuck if y'all niggas was trying to shoot a Pornhub video. The shit is not acceptable, and it's not right to be doing it on a flight in public. Y'all do what y'all do. So whether y'all whatever, that shit's sick, and it should never happen where it happened. So that's no excuse. You should, because I'm sure there were children there. You know, I'm sure somebody was flying somewhere and they had their child. You feel me? So imagine that child seeing. Yeah, you got to take that. I'm just saying, you know, hold them accountable to the highest extent. Bail, nah. See, I couldn't be no judge, because I'll be sitting there looking at for what it is a motherfucker did. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, like, especially when it's down and stuff like this where people get to basically admitting to it, or it's just hard, concrete evidence, it's like I'm not about to just listen to what your defense got to say. Nah, we ain't doing that. It's over. Throw the book at him. Get him out of here. Type shit. But it's unclear again which airline it occurred on. That's my whole thing. I get it. Somebody gotta, you know, protect y'all. You know. But it's cool. We'll figure it out. But anyway, no matter what airline, from Spirit to American to whatever other airlines you take, private jets, just always make sure that, you know, you protect the ones you traveling with, always looking over your shoulder, making sure that you ain't being followed, being plotted on. Yeah, just protect your family, protect you, and, you know, protect your peace. Because at this point, all these type of news articles that's coming out, it's coming from way left field. We wasn't it's getting crazy. I mean, we're seeing, you know, boxing, brawling matches on flights because people weren't wearing masks. Some people wanted to, some people didn't. But now this right here is disturbing, you know, because now imagine somebody that's not as calm, you know, being in that position and sitting there in that seat and this man doing that. If I react and do something, because now you physically assaulted me, now I physically assault you, I'ma probably be just as, you know, locked up and niggas talking about, yeah, throw the book at him, you know? So, yeah, I think that you just got to make sure that you could pay attention to your surroundings to be able to avoid any and everything that might be thrown your way, straight up. But anyway, peace.